Alright everybody, welcome back to a new episode of digging at this ancient archaic Native American village site. Now I want to start this video off with saying that the craziest thing happened yesterday. I came out here an hour before dark just to do a little bit of digging and not expecting to find anything, because usually, you know, it's hours and hours or multiple days of digging before finding some cool arrowheads or stone tools. But of course I wasn't filming, and we found this. You can see that the base there is broken off. This may have been a Kirk corner notch. I'm not too sure. It's very beautifully made. The tip is super sharp still. And we found it towards, if you're looking here at the dig site, we've done most of the excavation over in this area. I found it more on the right hand side over here, so we are going to keep digging more in that section today and see if we can find more pieces. So like in the last video, we're going to start off probing around. Alright, the ground is super dry. It is incredibly hot out today and yesterday, but over here in this tall grass area, I think it'll be a bit soft enough to use the probe. So let's see. Bring the shovel over and we're going to start and see what we find. Okay, we got something. Right there. Okay, we're on a rock there. Let's move back a bit. Put it back here so we can pop it out towards the camera. Let's see what we've got. Some roots. Okay, well this just came out. Looks like a broken fire-cracked stone. What's that? Just a flake there. Little flake. No arrowheads in our test probe today, so that means we get to digging. Alright everyone, that concludes a 4-hour dig. Unfortunately we didn't find any arrowheads. Here's an honorable mention, pretty cool little hammerstone there. It's all busted off right there where they were hitting with it, and then if you can see in there, we found about a dozen nice flakes. No points today, but I'll get back with you tomorrow. Alright everybody, welcome back to day 2. We're out here with Emma doing some digging. We got about 2.5 hours before it gets too dark out to dig. Alrighty, I paused the time lapse to show you guys something real quick. So I'm digging right here. Right about there was soil, so I've dug out all of this section here. And the last scoop I took, I pulled this out. You can see that there is a little tip of what looks like heat-treated flint ridge maybe. Emma found a scraper, we think, out of this a few weeks ago. Probably going to take it back home and see if this piece actually matches up with that other piece. But also, if you see here where we're digging, right down there at the bottom of the scoop there, if you can see that little black piece, that is charcoal. So I've taken, this is the second scoop now that I've taken out, and we're pulling this out. This is a hefty chunk of charcoal here. It's probably one of the biggest ones that I've found. And we're gonna hang on to this, maybe carbon date it at a later date. But a lot of people said that, well, the stuff we're finding here is like early archaic for the most part, maybe transitional, early to mid archaic, but it's only, you know, that's probably 10 inches down. But what a lot of people don't understand about this particular area is that we drive here all the time. So this area has been cut and mowed for the last 20 years, and this has been driven on a ton. And you can see right about here is where this red clay layer starts. And if you go back here, kind of where Emma's digging, it is this dark brown organic layer is about a foot deep over there. But here it's only half that because of the compression over the years of it being driven on. And it also makes it incredibly difficult and dense to dig and sift in. But pretty cool. Hopefully we'll find something good here because we are right on another campfire. This is the 4th campfire charcoal area that I've found at this village site. All right, everybody, that is gonna do it for today. All we found is about a dozen flakes and that super cool Flint Ridge heat treated tip of an arrowhead. It's supposed to rain all of next week, so maybe that'll make the ground a bit softer and easier to dig, because right now it is crazy and we're not able to move as much dirt because it's so hard to sift because it's like dense clay. But we'll get back with you the next day. All right, everybody, welcome back. We haven't dug for the past couple days. It's been so dry and hot out that the ground over here is like concrete and it's almost unsiftable and you can't even probe. But it's been raining, sprinkling lightly like all day, so we can actually use the probes and have a little bit better success digging. So as always, let's go probe something out and see what it is. All right. Or roots. Something. Okay, well, yep, another huge root. There's a fire cracked stone there. Alrighty guys, I gotta show you something real quick. So we're just about to wrap up. We got one scoop we're gonna sift through here. And that pitted stone I found a couple videos back came out right about here. And we just took a scoop out right here. Come and get a close up. Right here, we pulled this out. You can see that divot there and this side. Does it show up?
Kind of, yeah.
You can see that pit there and there on this side. Another super cool pitted stone.
This was our last,
this is our last scoop of the night too.
We were giving up and then Max was like, one more.
And we still have this scoop to sift out. I just hit this with the shovel and we pulled out like 3 or 4 fire cracked stones and then this. All right, welcome back everybody. It's the next day. As you can see here, our probe was broken last night. We're gonna be fixing that. I filed down the tip on this one. Maybe it'll work better in this super hard, compact ground. And I've also brought some more mesh wire back. As you can see here, the sifter is on its last leg. I'm surprised it's lasted this long. I've sifted thousands of pounds of soil through it so far, and it's been a trooper. But as you can see there, it needs a new screen in it. So that's what we're gonna do before we start digging today. Alrighty, we'll see how well that works. So since right where this shovel is, where we found that double-sided pitted stone yesterday, I decided to probe more in this area. Hopefully the ground's softer because this side is under shade most of the day. Still been very dry out. So let's see if the new probe finds something. I think we literally just hit something. Literally the first time I stuck this probe in the ground. We got something right here. I'm gonna bring this closer. Alrighty. Ah. That's what we hit right there. And it's cracked. Look how cool that is. This looks like probably a hammerstone since it came out right by that pitted stone there. Look at that. It might have even been in a fire. It's just cracked, just like that. No arrowheads, no flint in here either. But this side of the dig site has had the most density of arrowheads that we've found. A lot of them are over in this area, and then I found 2 pitted stones now, and then here's this little hammerstone or whatever it was. So hopefully this brings us some good luck today, because we are going to continue digging right over here. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for today's dig. Not as much luck today. It's definitely a lot slower process since I've been digging this video because the dirt is absolutely hard as concrete. It's mostly clay soil. There's like no sand in it. So it is hard as a rock when it's dry. But we found a few firecracked stones. I found the one that I probed out on camera at the beginning. Just a couple flakes today. This right here looks like a little scraper or something that's kind of worked there on the edge. I haven't cleaned it off yet, but we'll get back with you the next day. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. It has been a little over a week since I've last seen you. It had been super hot out. The ground was like concrete. It was not fun to sift or probe. And then the past few days we've had quite a bit of rain, so we haven't been able to dig during that. But now the ground should be a bit softer since it's saturated from the rain. I'm gonna probe in this little area right here, and then we'll dig out whatever we hit. There we go. That's definitely a rock. Alrighty, so if you can hear this, that is a rock. So let's pop it out. Alrighty, let me get the small shovel in case we need it. With that, pop this bad girl out of here. Look at that. Tons of charcoal just came out of there. Incredible. Maybe this is a good sign. another piece. There's a good sized piece of debutage there. Ah, here's our culprit, I believe. Some kind of blue siltstone or something. I'm not super sure, but it's definitely busted apart. Well, let's get to digging and hopefully we have some better luck. Alrighty guys, well that's going to do it for today. We got about 4 hours of digging in. We found about 12.5 flakes, an incredible amount of firecrack stones, a couple more hammerstones, and I'm going to turn the camera around real quick and show you a couple cool things that I thought you should see. Alrighty, so first off, found this interesting little flake here. It's some orange and red heat treated. And it looks like it has some little flaking chips off the edge of it there. Kind of interesting. We've got this piece here. This is a piece of slate. Now, I've found a broken pendant piece here before. I don't know if that right there is the remnants of a drilled out center maybe that they broke and reshaped, because it is hollowed out right here. I'm not too sure. It looks a little better with some water on it, but I don't know. Let me know if you think they were using this for anything. I don't believe I don't believe that banded slate is found anywhere near this area. We've got a tip. Now I found this in the sifter. It's very thick and crude. I'm thinking that it was probably they were trying to make a drill out of this. There's still some mud in the flaking there, but it looks like it was popped in the fire maybe right here, the way it broke. Kind of interesting, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe a drill. It's pretty chunky. Not exactly sure. Well, I will see you guys the next day I am out here. Alrighty, welcome back guys to another day. As you can see here, I just stopped by the creek. This is where I drive across through my property, and then just up that hill past my car is where the dig site is. Now, I stopped here to show you guys something. So in the last video, my mom found this point, and she found it literally like right here, almost right where we drive over. Now, I found that scraper from the last video as well, just around the bend. The creek turns right here. My mom also found a uniface scraper down on this gravel bank behind the brush here. Now, to me, that means that somewhere up in this area, maybe a little farther down, is another village site of some sorts. Now, this section up above here, there's about 10 feet of bank right there, cut bank, and then there's a high elevation area with 50 yards of trees and honeysuckle before there's a field. That area has never been excavated or anything, but it's all covered in brush. So maybe later in this video, after we do some digging, we'll come out and walk up the creek. We had huge thunderstorms last night. The creek is pretty high right now, but it's clear and flowing just enough to be able to look very well through the creek and see if we can find more stuff. Might start back where the dig site is and then work our way down upstream and all the way up and see if we can find anything else. So I just thought I would start today's video here talking about that, because later today we might go put on some boots and take a look in the creek and see if any new stuff washed out. But let's go get to digging. Okay, that's definitely something there. Let me set this down. Grab a shovel. Nope. There's our rock, and it's about an inch shallower than the probe is. Sounds pretty good. So it came up to right about here, so maybe 6 or 7 inches deep if I had to guess. So we got the shovel in. Okay, I feel multiple rocks down there. All right. Grab the little shovel so we can poke around in the hole. Let's pop this thing out. Now, right off the bat, I can see down here fire cracked stone. It's highly polished on this side. Or something, highly polished. Set that down. I'm going to zoom you guys in here. Looks like a little hammerstone or something. That's what we scraped with the shovel there. Fire cracked stone. There's a flint flake. Little white flake there. Found 3 fire cracked stones. One of them looks like a highly polished piece of a tool here. And then a white flake. Alrighty, let's get to digging and see if we got some better luck. Alright guys, I got the time lapse rolling. I didn't want to take the big camera off time lapse. I just pulled this scoop out, got this little hammerstone, and then right here, there is a piece of flint still stuck in this dirt that I just broke apart here. It's probably just a flake, maybe something broke. I think that's what we've got there. Just a big old flake. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna do it for the digging. Emma's on her way, and we're gonna go and do a bit of creek walking in the creek since it flooded over last night from the big storm we just had. All right, we're down in the creek. I just found this slate piece. So this is normally what slate looks like, rough texture, fractured. But this side has been polished very finely. And it looks like maybe something was drilled out here. It's hard to say, but it's definitely a worked piece of slate. Let's see if we can find anything else.
I found this little flake. It's really pink. I don't know if you can see it. It's really pink in person.
Wow, look at that huge flake. Looks like Flint Ridge. That's nothing. Look at that.
Holy moly. That's so
It was
cool.
just standing out
That's
super bright out here in the
beautiful. Are you sure that's not like glass?
No, that's Flint. There's the cortex is right here.
Keep that. Just keep the pink Flint too.
Yeah.
Be good. Let me see what it looks like in the water.
Translucent. It's bright as day in the water. So way up here is the dig site, and we have this 20-foot high wall. And this little chunk of honeysuckle slid down from the top and fell. And right here, I just pulled this out, it was stuck in there like that, is another piece of slate. And it almost looks like it had been flaked or something, I'm not too sure. Got more dirt on it. I don't know if this is anything or what it could be, but it fell out from this clump. And right there is the dig site above this. Let me know in the comments if you think this is anything. No luck in the creek. Spent about 2 hours walking and found some cool flakes and that piece of slate. But I think we might just look through the field real quick before the day is over, and then I'll be getting back with you guys the next day we're digging. You know the deal. We're gonna start out with the probe. I guess we're not probing today. Broke it before we could find anything. Alrighty guys, I was just doing a scoop in the sifter. My mom's over here for a little bit digging, and she said she found something, so we're gonna go look at it.
I wasn't sure. Just right down in here. I was just going real easy. I kind of took a chunk out. So it's missing. That looks like a terribly made one. But I don't see any other parts, so it was just broke.
Yeah, it's like a weird stemmed point. I'm not sure what kind it is. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for today. You can see here, that's test hole that I just dug out. You can tell I haven't sifted it yet. I got zapped. Right there and on the thigh, through my pants. I dug into a yellow jacket nest, unfortunately. I went around with the probe. I'm still nervous they're gonna come over and get me. I went in there with the probe and I hit something and I dug it out, and as soon as I pulled the scoop out, one of them latched onto my glove and stung me through the glove. I ran away frantically, and one of them got me right on the thigh through my pants too. So these little suckers are pretty aggressive. I might come back the next day with some wasp killer, because there's something in that scoop. It could be a cool arrowhead, but right now it's being guarded by a bunch of yellow jackets. So what a crazy way to end off the day, but I'll see you guys when I'm back out here. Alrighty, welcome back guys. It's another day. I'm not gonna start off with the probe today. I got some of this. The scoop I took out right there. It's still there from the last clip. I probed something in that. So I haven't looked through it yet because I got stung as soon as I popped it out of the hole, and I left it right there. It's been a couple days. We got some wasp killer. I am going to spray all around that, hopefully kill them and not get stung in the process. And then I'm gonna do some digging, and maybe we'll pop that out and check through it after a while. So wish me luck. I don't really know where their hole is, but hopefully that does the trick. All right, I've gotten like PTSD from getting stung last time, so everything flying by is like freaking me out. But I'm going to quickly get in and out and grab the sifter without hopefully getting stung. And I'm just gonna grab the other shovel, we got two, and start digging. Alrighty guys, I just pulled a big root out. You can see this big flat area here. And there is something in the dirt right here. It might be a big flake, I don't know. It felt like it had some resistance to it. Let's see. Oh, it's another MacCorkle base. Look at it. See the bifurcated base?
Yeah. Did you break it?
No, I just pulled the dirt out. Wow. Yeah, that's another MacCorkle. It's really paper thin too. I knew it was something as soon as I saw that.
It wasn't very deep in the dirt either.
Yeah, very shallow.
I feel like you had some flakes down here.
No, that was over there.
How do you know it's not the same thing?
Look at the way it's broken right here.
Yeah.
See that hinge fracture? That's from an impact. It's an impact fracture.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a cool
That is really thin.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I just stopped the camera because I dug another scoop out. Probably 2 feet away from that MacCorkle we just found. And I thought this was a flake, so I just picked it up. If you can see there, that is the base of another MacCorkle. That bifurcated base right there. This one was also broken, just like the last. Let's see if we can get lucky and find some more. Alrighty, it's the next day. We're back out at the site. Instead of probing, I sprayed the scoop that I probed in the last video. I just moved it and I didn't see any fly out, so we might be a-okay to break it apart and see what's inside. So let's do that and hopefully we don't get stung. Alright, I think we're in the clear. Pieces of fire-cracked rock. Well, I think that's all we got. Alrighty, so yesterday I dug up those 2 broken MacCorkle points in this little cutout section right here. And the one that I probed out on camera was right about here. It's been dug back now, but right where I'm standing is about where I found it. So I think I'm going to focus more in this chunk today, and hopefully we uncover some more awesome ancient artifacts. Alrighty guys, I just paused the time lapse to show you something. So here's our flake jar. I just pulled this like flake blade knife or something out from over here. Now, yesterday, right above where this root is where I found those 2 broken MacCorkle points. And then right over here, I just dug this out. And you can see the discoloration of the soil there. That is an ancient fire pit. All of this soil. I'll pop some out. All of this. Super cool. This must have been the center of a house or something, because it's quite thick charcoal. They must have been living right here in the center of this area. So I'm thinking the MacCorkle points were here, that maybe in this general circle around the center of this fire pit, there's probably a lot of stuff. We've been finding tons of flakes over in this area. Just thought I'd take the camera to show, because that is just super cool. Huge charcoal pit there. Let's get back to digging. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for today. We didn't find any points today, but we did find this super cool charcoal pit right here. And you know, it's probably this big in diameter, 1.5 feet, and like maybe 3 inches, 4 inches of depth. Just black charcoal soil. Super cool. We found bits and pieces of charcoal like all over the dig site, but nothing like this yet. And you know, not 4 feet away is where I found those 2 broken MacCorkle points yesterday. And then the MacCorkle that I probed out in the last video was about 7 feet over on this side. And nothing behind has been dug out yet. If I tilt the camera back so you can see better there. So the fire pit was here. The 2 MacCorkles that I found yesterday were right here. And then the one I probed out was right about here. And since the central fire pit is right here, none of this backside has been dug out. So I think for the next upcoming weeks, the main focus will be to dig out this backside, because I'm sure there is way more lithic material back here just based on the size of this fire pit and its use. But thanks for watching, and I'll probably be back out here another day or 2 before I put together the video and show it to you guys. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Yeah, it's a hot one today. Welcome back everybody. It is super hot out here. It's been about a week since I last saw you guys. It's busy with travel. The ground is way too hard to probe, so we're just gonna get right into digging today. Staying hydrated, and I'm gonna start over there. You can see the little axe handle for root chopping. That is where we found the campfire in the last clip. Super big. It's about this big around, this huge bed of charcoal. And it's right near where I found those 2 broken MacCorkles earlier in the video. I'm gonna move the sifter over in the shade so we're not sifting in the hot sun. There's no breeze out today. It's gonna be a rough one, but we're gonna keep digging around where that campfire is, and hopefully we find something amazing. Alrighty guys, I just we've been digging in this campfire area. I just pulled this scoop out right here, and look what popped out.
You can't really see it on camera.
Yeah, keep the focus there. We're gonna pull this out. It might just be a flake, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's tiny. It looks like the edge of something. Yeah, that's an edge right there. It looks like it broke off.
Huh.
But it popped out this way, so maybe the rest of it is in there. Yeah, see that edge flaking there? Beautiful pink material. Well, hopefully we can find more of this. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for today. If you can't tell, I am drenched in sweat. It is brutally hot out here, even this late in the evening. We did a lot over by the campfire pit. Found that pretty cool pink Flint Ridge like blade edge. I dug a lot farther back from where that was found and didn't find any more pieces of it. Not sure what it could have been. We found a bunch more flakes and firecracked stones around that fire pit area. It's looking like a really good area, so I'm going to continue digging there in the future days, and I'm not finishing this video until we find something super cool and unbroken. So I'll see you guys the next time I'm out here. Alrighty guys, so it's been a few more days and we're gonna get straight into digging. Over here where the shovel is kind of the fire pit area that I was digging in the last clip. So we're gonna continue to expand that section and hopefully we get on something amazing. Alrighty guys, I just pulled a scoop out where that root is sticking up back there. You can see it. It's in the fire pit area where we've been digging. I just put the scoop in this sifter and the bottom half of the dirt broke off, and I think there's something pink in there. It could be a thin shard of firecracked stone. I haven't touched it yet. Let's go pull it out on camera and see if it's anything. Alrighty. It's gonna be kind of hard to pull this out and hold the camera, but look right there. This is just how the dirt fell out. You can see kind of how deep that is. This is gonna be really embarrassing if it's not anything, but let's pull it out. Oh yeah. That is a blade for sure, and it's bright pink. It's pretty crude. Let's go wash this off and see what we've got. That's the first blade we've found out of here. And it is gorgeous pink color. Look at that beauty. It's not the thinnest one ever. But boy, is that material beautiful. Wow. That's gonna look beautiful in the case. Look at the coloring on that. Holy cow. It has been a while since I found anything whole. And this is the first blade we've found. Looks like an archaic, maybe a cob's blade. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, I came back on the video. After a little further investigating, I don't believe this is a cob's blade. They're more triangular. To me, I don't think this is a paleo knife, but I'm leaning more towards archaic knife, considering the context of the other things that we've been finding here in the same date range. It would make this blade, this archaic knife blade, you know, anywhere between 5,000 and 9,000 years old. theoretically. Super, super cool find. We haven't found any blades, just projectile points really. Nonetheless, this is a great find, and hopefully we continue to get on them today, so let's keep on digging. All right, welcome back everybody. Yesterday we found that amazing archaic knife blade. We're going to continue to dig in the general area where that was found because we found a lot of stuff in this area. And it's probably going to be the last day we're digging in this video because the video's getting pretty long, I think, and everybody's attention spans are getting shorter. So I think today's going to be the last day. Hopefully we get on something cool. So let's get to digging. All right, Tanner's back here. He took one scoop out and he says he's got something already.
First scoop of the day. I just broke around. Ground's really solid right now. So I was just kind of looking around, and then I saw this. So we'll go ahead and pull it out. There's a nice edge right there, and what looks like a point. Check that out. Wow.
That is nice.
Dude.
We gotta wash that off.
Yeah. That's my first one, dude. That's insane. That is too cool.
Yeah, it's just like that blade I found yesterday.
Yeah.
Archaic blade.
I can't tell what color it is. It's dark, whatever it is.
Yeah, let's go get some water on it.
Yeah. You ready?
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty, man.
Wow.
Too cool. It's the first one. First scoop of the day, too.
Oh yeah.
We get a pick.
Alrighty guys, it's getting kind of dark out here and we've been digging for about an hour and a half. Tanner, on his first scoop of the night, pulled out that beautiful heat-treated blade. I believe it's an archaic blade. The bottom's flat and unworked. So it's pretty interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think it is. But anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. And of course, we'll keep digging until there's no dirt left. So stay tuned for more videos and more amazing ancient artifacts.